How was today, Mark?
That was my day. Absolutely fantastic.
The perfect weather window allowed us to punch offshore to a spot I've been wanting to dive for a while. The plan was to do a bit of speed in the morning and to try and shoot a kingfish, and then jump on the air compressor and get some craze for Mark. This spot was a bit deeper than I was used to, so Aurelio and I agreed that we'd take turns doing dives and have the other person spot from the surface. We both did a couple dives to stretch out our lungs and check out the ground, and I must say it was looking pretty promising, with current, big boulders and drop-offs. It certainly looked like an area where kingfish would patrol. Anyway, sure enough, after a few dives, I spotted fish off in the distance. At first I thought it was only a dusky morlong, but soon realised it was a lone kingfish. I got excited and sort of chased after it, which is never ideal, as he swam away. I thought at first it was because he was scared of me, but turns out he was just going to get his friends, because next minute a whole school came through on my flasher. I tried my best to hold onto the gun and keep him off the reef, but in the end I had to let go and just hope my shot was going to hold.
A few moments later.
After a solid fight, he eventually began to tire out, and I was able to slowly pull him up once I could see that my shot was good. Even though he wasn't the biggest, I still made sure I was clear of any lines or anything that could tangle around me if the fish did decide to take off again. We hung around a bit longer after that to see if Aurelio could get one, but had no luck, so I decided to call it and jump in the air to catch Marcus craze. It didn't take long before I came across this nice 3-kilo specimen, and straight away I knew he was coming home with me. From someone who freedives for craze 99% of the time, catching craze on air feels a bit too easy, but I'm not complaining. It is cool to have unlimited bottom time. Oh, and also, make sure to hang around to the end of this video for a couple of very special announcements involving more crayfish. While looking for craze, I came across a rockling, which was a real treat. Well, I managed to get him out with a snare, and Aurelio was quick to jump into action, help me secure it. And even though we dispatched it, it somehow managed to come back to life and escape Aurelio's vice grip. Once again, he sprung straight back into action, chasing it down. What a weapon. And this time, we ensured it was properly dispatched too. But if you've never tried rockling, you're seriously missing out, because in my opinion, they are easily one of the best tasting fish you can find in SA. After that, we had a bit of a play seeing if we could now snare a nanny. Sadly, we had no luck. Looks like we need to work on our snare fishing skills. I still don't know how Brad pulled off his though. While swimming around, we were paid a visit again from a school of kingfish. And if you don't know already, I absolutely love seeing kingfish, and the feeling of seeing the school rock up out of nowhere never gets old. Anyway, we weren't here to look at kingfish, we were here to get craze. And after searching high and low, we found this cray in the deepest cave I've ever seen. He was already very flighty, so I tried my best to keep the torch off him, but it was pitch black in there and I needed it. Unfortunately, because of the GoPro on my mask, I couldn't get any further into the cave to reach it, and the cray was starting to back up even more. And I didn't want to risk making a wrong move and having the cray fully back up, out of reach, so I got Aurelio to sub in and have a crack instead, since he didn't have a bulky GoPro on his head. So he got to work with the horn snare, managing to get it locked on, but the cray wasn't going anywhere, and the battle had just begun, with the cray wedging himself in real good. Anyway, while he's trying to work the cray out, I've got two very exciting announcements. The first is, after over 3 years in the making, I've finally got around to ordering some new EJC merch, which will be coming out very, very soon. There's going to be more info to come in the next couple days, so stay tuned. But I'll have white t-shirts and white hoodies, and I'm only going to print this design once. So if you'd like to support the channel and buy a shirt or hoodie, please message me on any of my socials, or even just comment down below and I'll get in touch with you, as I'm already starting to take orders. But I'd honestly really appreciate any support moving forward, as the main goal of this channel is to continue to try my best to provide new and high quality dive content. Which leads on to my second announcement. Without giving away too much just yet, this will be the last South Australian dive video for a while. There will be a short teaser at the end of this video for what's about to come, which will hopefully give you a better idea of what I mean. Okay, so back to the cray. I could see from my angle that the cray wouldn't be able to fit out from the angle that Aurelia was trying to work it from. So I grabbed the snare off him and started wiggling him out, and sure enough, he came unstuck and we were able to work him out. It's always such a good feeling finally getting your hands on a cray you've been trying to get out for ages. Now all we had to do was slowly and calmly make our way back out of the tight cave. The whole operation to extract this cray took at least 20 minutes. All that for one cray, but it was worth it. Anyway, that was us done for the day, and Mark was over the moon, as you can tell. This is what a happy man looks like.
Waiting there. Yeah, oh, I'm a happy boy. I'm eating gravy.